So don't forget then, after this is programming day 2, we had programming day 1. After today's session won't take that long. So after today's session, next week, same time, Tuesday, 8:30, we'll be having that is past paper discussion, past paper question discussion session for you all, right? So I have started off with the recording now, kids, right? So we'll start. So with the cyberpunk theme, today's content is loops and arrays, right? So first of all, prior to start, I'm going to ask from you, are you all ready, dear kids? Come on, everyone. Are you all ready, dear kids? Right, superb, fine. So whatever the questions that you have, maybe even after the session, you can ask, no problem. Even after this session, I will be staying. You can stay and ask the questions, no worries, right? So here, loops and arrays, and a little bit of a promotion about our A-level class in here, to be honest. So in our A-level class, we had 2017 Island 1st, 2nd, 7th, and 13th, and 2019 batch we had 1st, 3rd, and 4th in our class. And apart from that, we also we are having a project called our Superheroes project, that is to identify our students' talents and to promote those. So we are doing a lot of things in our classes usually. And yes, so now let's proceed. Basically, I have given you a small example of a loop in here. I have given you an idea in the previous session. What do you mean by a loop? Now, what do you mean by a loop? Loop means basically you are going to repeat a set of statements. It can be even one statement. You are going to repeat a set of statements based on a condition. Based on a condition, you are going to repeat it, right? That's what you mean by a loop, kids, right? Okay, I hope you can remember that. Come on, can you all remember that, kids? Come on. Yes or no? Can you all remember that? Super, very good. Now I'm receiving very good responses. Perfect. Now, an example here to display numbers from 0 to 3. When I'm going to display numbers from 0 to 3, that is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. No? So when I'm going to display 0, 1, 2, 3, if I'm going to take number as, let's say, a variable, let's say I'm going to take number as a variable, let's say num kila, like in mathematics, we are saying x equals that, x equals this and that kila. So here I'm saying number variable. So for example, here, what I'm trying to say is that what I'm going to display is 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can see that this is varying. The number is varying, right? The number is varying. So since the number is varying, I'm going to use a variable for that. Variable is, let's say, num. Okay, you can give any name for this variable, right? So this num variable, starting from 0, I have to go until 3. So there is a start in here, and also there is a stop in here. That is at 3 we have to stop. And also we have to identify what is the step. So don't forget, in any loop, there are mainly 3 things, right? In a usually counter controlled loop, there are mainly 3 things. That is, we have start, the 3 S's, start, and then stop. So we have here start, the 3 S's, and then we have stop. And also we have one more very important thing, that is always here +1, +1, +1 will give us the next number, no? Right? What is this, kids? What is this, kids? The step. Step, right? So don't forget, there are 3 things in a loop, in this kind of a loop, that is start, stop, and step, right? I don't mind if you can even shout at your place, doesn't matter, by saying the 3 things are start, stop, and step, right? So where to start, where to stop, and how to step, right? Very simple. So here the start is what, kids? Come on in the chat screen. What is the start in here, kids? Come on in the chat screen, everyone, please mention. Come on, come on. 0 is the start. Superb. 0 is the start. I'm talking about the start of the loop. Huh? 0, right? Okay. Then where to stop, kids? Come on in the chat screen, everyone. Where to stop, kids? Come on. Superb. 3. That's where to stop, right? 3. That is where to stop. And then what is the step, kids? Step has a static value. Step is what? Step is 1. Step is 1. Very good. Now, the num variable is changing. That is okay, no? Obviously, 0, 1, 2, 3. Tell me, whether the value in the step, is it changing, kids? The value in the step, is it changing? No. Superb. So step is static, it doesn't change, right? Okay. So now focus. I'm going to further proceed with the tune. So to display numbers from 0 to 3, my flowchart and the pseudocode that I have given is this. The flowchart and the pseudocode is, first of all, looking at the flowchart, num equals 0. So num equals 0 means what I have defined in here. Come on, start the, stop the, step the. Come on, kids. What is it? Num equals 0 means what is this, kids? Super. So here I have defined start. Even in the pseudocode, I have mentioned the starting of the loop. I have mentioned num equals 0. So pseudocode also num equals 0. You can see not much of a difference, right? Here we have start and here we have begin. In the flowchart, we mentioned start, and pseudocode we are mentioning begin. Very simple, right? Pseudocode is nothing but structured English, right? Without the flowchart shapes of the flowchart, you are going to just write it just in structured English. That is pseudocode. Very simple, right? Okay. So here num equals 0 and here also num equals 0. Not much of a difference. And then here is num less than 4. By using this is num less than 4, what I am trying to define here, kids, tell me. What I am trying to define here, kids, is it the step? No, it is the stop. Very good, right? So I'm saying is num less than 4. That is the stop. Why? Num should stop at what? When it is less than 4, it can proceed. But if it has reached number 4, it should stop. Because number 4 should not get displayed, right? Number 4 should not get displayed. My target is to display from 0 to 3. So 0 to 3 means 3 is 1 lower to the 4. So I'm mentioning here num should be less than 4 because of that. So this is a condition, right? So always I'm checking whether the num is less than 4 or not. Now, for example, when I say 0, okay, prior to display value 0, I'm checking whether that number is less than 4. Obviously, we know that 0 is less than 4. So it becomes true and it goes inside the condition and it says what? Print num. Now, just without saying num less than 4, you can also say what? Num less than or equals to 3. Both are equal. Even if you say num less than 4, that will be equal to num less than or equal to 3. Right? That will be equal to num less than or equal to 3, kids. Right? Okay. So here, yes, as some of you have mentioned here. Now, here in the loop, in the pseudocode, also I have mentioned, kids, also I have mentioned while num less than 4. See, while num less than 4. So this is the condition here. Now look at this. Now look at this. In this flow chart, you can clearly see there is a loop. How to see whether there is a loop? You can see that things are coming back to the loop. See, things are coming back to the loop. Coming back to the loop, right? Don't forget that you can also refer to your tutor. Okay, Isivaran, he's saying that the video is not clear. I think it's a problem in your side with the connection, right? If your connection is weak, what will happen is that it cannot download this stream of data, right? So there will be a problem, right? So that's why your video must be getting blurred, right? Don't worry about that. So you can simply open the tute. Kavindu, you can paste the link again in the tute, right? Fine. To access the tute, right? Okay. So now everyone focus. Is num less than 4? If it is true, if the number is a value which is less than 4. Now listen. This is very important. If the number is having, if num variable is having a value which is less than 4, starting from 0 and less than 4 means what are the values that can be there in num variable, kids, tell me? Starting from 0 and we are going to have a value less than 4. Tell me what are the values that can be there, kids? Obviously 0, 1, 2, 3. So there itself you can figure out, right? Okay. But the thing is, step matters, because even though you are starting from 0, even though we are ending at less than 4, so even though we are going to end at 4, which means, okay, steps can be different. If the step is different, there is a problem. What is the step here? Num equals num plus 1 is the step. So basically, kids, don't think that I'm teaching you this content today. I'm revising you this content today because we already did loops last week, right? In the last session, right? So since we are starting off with 0, we don't have to consider about negative integers here, Trevon. I hope you got the answer, right? So we are starting off with 0 now, right? And we are going in the positive way now. Starting off with 0, we are going in the positive way. It's always plus 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we are going in the positive way. It doesn't go in the negative way, right? Okay. So here num equals num plus 1 is going to define what, kids? Num equals num plus 1 is going to define what, kids? Right? Num equals num plus 1 is the step. Very good. Which is going to be number 1. That is okay. This defines the step, right? So here, this section, we are going to have the iteration, the loop. And in this section, we are going to have the iteration in the pseudocode, the loop, right? Okay. In pseudocode, we can use start without begin. Yes, you can use Nikini. Pseudocode is structured English. Pseudocode is structured English. You can even search on Google whatever the statements that I say, right? Whatever the statements that I say in this session, you can even perform a Google search, no problem, and you can search, right? Okay. And Pascal is not case sensitive, and also pseudocode is not case sensitive, Rukeya. I hope you got the answer, right? Okay. No, this is not an extra content. This is there in the syllabus header. You can check in your, what do you call, the textbook. In the textbook also, arrays content is there in the textbook, right? O level content, right? Okay. Yes, you can use Gaurik. You can use the repeat until loop also, right? So here we are using while loop. Okay. Now, let's proceed. So here we go. Now, it's like this. Now, there is one student who is mentioning, so I will recommend Teranswer as the best in ICT to all my friends. Okay. I never claim myself as best ICT teacher in the country. Okay. I'm not doing that because that will create an unwanted competition among teachers now, right? So I'm not saying like that. There can be kids, those who like my teaching method, my way of teaching, those who would like to learn in this way. But for another student, maybe I'm not good, right? There can be another teacher who is better than me, right? So I'm not saying that even though we have produced like island rankers in our class, I'm not saying that I'm the best one. Definitely no, right? So because based on students' need, the teacher and the style can be different, right? So why you all are here, maybe you like it, right? Why you all are here, maybe you like it, but for another student, it can be different. Don't forget that, right? So I'm not going to claim myself as the best teacher for ICT. My only competition is with, actually not with the teachers. My only competition is with the students' results, right? That is, you are going to get your results or not. That is what my only competition is with, right? Okay. So here, focus, kids. So we have flowchart and pseudocode in here. Can all of you understand this? This is just a revision of what we did last week. Can all of you understand this, kids? Starting from 0 and go till 3 based on this condition, displaying the number num equals num plus 1, which will give us the output 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 in the output screen, right? If you are going to have the Pascal code, right? Fine. Now, yes, loop means repeating steps, Chaniru, right? Okay. Now I'm going to go through this and further make you understandable of this. Now, if there is any kid who cannot understand this, now you are about to understand this fully, right? So are you all focusing, kids? I'm just asking. Are you all focusing, everyone? I'm just asking prior to proceed with this. Are you all focusing? So this is going to be super important. Even if you have understood this or not, this is going to be very important because it will give you an extra understanding of how this is happening. Okay, right. So let's see. Enable your focus mode. Yes, exactly. Like in games, enable your focus mode, right? Focus mode enabled. Right, superb. Now, let me draw a small table here. It's going to be a trace table for me to go through the loop, right? Okay. And also on this side, I'll be mentioning the output. Drawing a small trace table for you all. Okay, right. So the main three constructs of this loop is that we have num equals 0. That is the value of num should be there. And also num less than 4. Is this text clear to you kids? Come on. And also num equals num plus 1. Is this text clear to you, all of you? Kids, yeah? Yes or no? Superb, right. Okay. So now, now I'm going to do this, right? This is the trace table. Some of them are asking, why are we drawing that? To understand a loop. If you cannot just look at a loop and understand it, what you can do is simply draw a trace table, and then go through the loop step by step. Now we are about to go through the loop step by step, right? Okay. You don't need to draw this in always, but if you cannot understand the loop, whatever the loop that is given in all levels, let's say if you cannot understand it, what this loop is doing, you can use this technique. This is a special technique that you can use to what? Go through the loop, right? And this is how to do it. So everyone stay focused, kids. So tell me, num equals 0. This is the first value of num. So in this first column, tell me, what is the first value that I should have? Come on, kids. Superb. If you mention answers in the chat screen, you will understand, right? Okay, because you are interacting. If the interaction is not there, no point of learning, right? Okay. So now, here 0. Num equals 0, right? Okay. And then, is num less than 4? True or false, kids? Come on. Is num less than 4? True or false, kids? True, no? Because 0 is less than 4. So I'm saying true. Now I'm going step by step. I started here and now I'm in the second step. Don't forget of the sequence principle, right? Okay. Sequence. Is num less than 4? True. If it is true, it will go in this way. Since the condition is yes, it has become true. It will go in this way. So what should I do now, kids? What should I do now, kids? What should I do now? If it is true, what is the immediately available next statement? Print num. Superb. Print num. So when I say print num, if I'm going to mention the output separately in here, right? Output separately in here. Yes, it is going to display what, kids? It is going to display what, kids? Number 0. Superb. 0. Number 0. Perfect. Because num is having value 0. Then num equals num plus 1. Num equals num. Num equals current value of num, which is 0, plus 1. That is the new value. 0 plus 1 is going to be 1, which is assigned to num. So num is going to have what, kids, now? Num is going to have what, kids? 1. Superb. Superb. And then now, again here, when we are coming and checking num variable, what is the value of num variable? Tell me. Num variable is 1. Very good, kids. Huh? Very good. Perfect. Now we are checking num less than 4. Is this true or false, kids? Come on. Superb, dear kids. Right. Perfect. True. So if this is true, what is going to happen immediately next after that? Come on. Print num. Perfect. Print num, and the output is going to be what, kids? Output is going to be 1. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Because it was 1 in here. See, very simple. 1 and it became true. 1 and it became true. And then print num means 1 is getting displayed after that. And then num equals num plus 1. What happens to num now? What happens to num now? 2. Perfect. Now we are in here. Now we are in here. Don't forget that. When we are in here, now it says, okay, go back and check the condition. When I'm going back and checking the condition, tell me, kids, what is num now? 2. Perfect. 2. With number 2, will it become true or false, kids? True or false? True. When it's going to become true, what is the next step? What is the next step? Print num. Print num means what is going to get displayed, kids? What is going to get displayed? Number 2 is going to get displayed. Superb. And then now, num equals num plus 1. What is it now, kids? Yes, superb. 3. Number 3. And now we are in here, don't forget. Huh? We are in here. Number 3 is in here. And then come and check. Now what is num? Now what is num? 3, 3. And we are checking it whether it's true or false. True or false, kids? True. Superb. Right. True. And we are going to what? Display num. And we are going to get the output what? 3 in here. Now output is this. This is what user can see, right? Okay. And then num equals num plus 1. What's going to happen to num now, kids? What's going to happen to num now, kids? It's going to become 4. Very good. Now we are still in here. We did not display 4. Huh? Did we display 4? Did we display 4? Did we display 4? No, no, no. We are still in here. Okay. Now come and check. What is the value of num? 4. Will it become true? Will it become true? Why false? Why are they false? Because 4 less than 4 is what? False, 4 less than 4, 4 less than 4, then that is wrong. So false, right? So it's going to become false. It's going to become false. You won't be reaching num equals num plus 1 again, and it won't display anything. When it becomes false, it won't go in this way. It will go in this way, the other way, which is no, and it will stop the program. So it will display 0, 1, 2, 3 kids. Can all of you understand this, kids? Come on. Can all of you understand this, kids? Come on. Is this crystal clear, dear kids? Come on. Everyone, please mention. Is this crystal clear? Super. Perfect. Right. So anyone who want to write down the trace table, I'm giving you just 1 minute to write down this table, kids. Come on. Just 1 minute. Let me have the timer exactly. Right. Let's learn how to work on time. 1 minute to write this down. Come on, kids. Dinetmi, there's nothing to worry. Where are you doing classes? I'm doing classes only for A levels and undergraduate students. A level and undergraduate students. Yes. Yeah, A-level classes having ISM Nugegoda and Shakti Bambalapitiya. I'm conducting the classes. Yes. Teaching at Lyceum also, yes. Yes. Okay, it's almost minus now. Right. So let's start. So here, okay. So do we have any Lyceumers here? Yeah, right? Ah, okay, fine. Right. Okay, right. Okay, that's fine. So now, kids, we have this one. So all of you said that you can understand, and it is just flowchart and pseudocode. This is just the plan, no, kids. Flowchart means graphical plan. Pseudocode means textual plan. So we have graphical plan and textual plan. What is the real implementation of the plan? The real implementation, which means the working version of this, is going to be using Pascal. That is going to be development. This is just the planning part. The development part is going to be what? Using Pascal programming language, right? So let's see. In our tutor, I have mentioned how to do this using Pascal. It's very simple than you think, kids. It's again the same thing to display numbers from 0 to 3. Very simple. I'm mentioning here var num colon integer begin num equals 0, start at 0, while num less than 4 do begin and end. This is the loop's begin and end. Okay, this is what you should iterate the begin and end of that. Okay, it's like end while in our pseudocode. Here we have end semicolon to show that this is the end of the while loop, right? And this end is what? The stop of the program. This begin is the start of the program. This end with the full stop is the stop of the program. And here end semicolon is the end while, which means end of the loop. And I have mentioned here write ln. What do you mean write ln? Right? There are two things, no? Write and write ln. What is the difference, kids? What is the difference, kids? Write means what? Output and keep the cursor in the same line. Output and keep the cursor in the same line, right? Okay. But write ln means what? Write ln means what? Write it and move the cursor to the next line, right? Okay, move the cursor to the next line, right? Okay, so very good. So last week also I taught you this stuff. So now looking at a Pascal code like this, that won't be enough, no, kids. Let's code this and see whether I'm correct or not. Huh? let's go this and see whether I'm correct or not. You can simply tell me, no, you are wrong. It is not going to work here. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it work and show you. Right? So I'm going to open up Lazarus and taking a new simple program. I have took a simple program. You can always say file new and you can select simple program from there. Right. Let me increase the font size. Otherwise you won't be able to see it. Right. So can all of you see this font size, kids? Come on. Can all of you see this? Super. Perfect. Right. So here we go. Tell me in the variable section, what is the variable that I have created? Come on. In the variable section, what is the variable that I have created? Perfect. Num. Super. Num. Num is of what type variable? Num is of what type variable? Come on, kids. Let's be interactive. Integer type variable. Super. Super. Integer type of variable. So num is an integer type of variable. And soon after I begin, I should say where to start, right? I should say where to start, right? Num should start at what, kids? Come on. Num should start at what, kids? Come on. Num should start at 0. Perfect. So num equals 0. Start at 0. And then num should stop at where, kids? Num should stop at where, kids? 3. And for that one, in order to do that, I can say what? Num should be less than 4, or else you can say less than or equals to 3. Both are correct, right? So I'm saying num should be less than 4. When num is less than 4, do what, kids? I'm going to mention small begin and end for this loop, right? Small begin and end for this loop, right? So now in here, within this loop, what should I do? If the num is less than 4, if that number is less than 4, what we are going to do initially? Come on. What we are going to do initially? Print num. Perfect. Print num. So I'm saying print num now. Print num. And then also we must mention the step. What is going to be the step, kids? Step is going to be num equals num plus 1. Right. Perfect. Num plus 1. Superb. Now with this, now why am I having a final readln here, kids? Why am I having a final readln here? Yes? Yes? Why am I having a final, right? Wait, some of them are having a problem with the exposure. So let me decrease the exposure a little bit. Is there any improvement now? Is there any improvement now? Yeah. My side will be a bit flickering in that case, right? Okay. So now, to keep the output without closing, I'm having readln here. Is this a must to have in your examination paper when you are writing answers? No. This is more problem with Lazarus software. So therefore, you don't need to have this readln in here when you are writing. Okay. The final readln that I put before the end, you don't need to have, right? Okay. If I'm going to decrease a little bit more, there will be more flickering, Janit, right? So that's why it cannot be done. You can see already it's flickering, right? Okay. So here, right. So with this, I'm going to run you and show this whether this is working or not. So let's see whether I'm correct or not, right? So running this. There is a problem here. Is it print now? Is it print now? Very good. Superb. It should be what, kids? Right ln. Fine. Right ln. I hope I have mentioned it correctly in the tut, right? Let's see. Right ln. Superb. 0, 1, 2, 3. The output is there. Can all of you see the output, kids? Come on. Can all of you see the output, kids? Super. Perfect. Now, you should not be afraid of errors, no? Errors are normal. Now, why did I type print in here? Because I used to teach Python. Now, I am teaching Python language for A-level classes. So, Python language ke print statement I type print, right? But actually in Pascal, it's going to be write ln or else write. So if I now write ln, you can see it displayed the outputs in separate lines. Write ln, right? Now, if I'm going to say write statement, will it make any difference, kids? If I'm going to say write statement, come on, what is the difference? The difference will be that everything will be in the same line. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, everything will be in the same line. I hope all of you can understand the difference between write and write ln. Don't forget that both of these statements are correct and working. Okay, right? So write and write ln, both the statements are correct and working, right? Okay. Right, superb. Now, these are last week content again, right? Okay. So you can understand, right? Can all of you understand up to this extent, kids? Come on. Superb, perfect. Right. Okay. Now I have practically shown you that this is working. Okay. Now it's our turn. Look at the tutor, right? Right, Tele, no worries. Now, starting off with arrays. This is going to be very, very, very important, right? So please stay focused. Let me change the exposure a little bit. Otherwise, it's flickering. Little bit all right, I guess. Right. Now, arrays. What do you mean by an array? Very simply, if someone is asking from you, what do you mean by an array? Okay, array means it's actually like a variable, but it's a collection type. You can say it's a collection type. It has a collection of data with a common identifier. What do you mean by common identifier? Common identifier means what? Identifier means name. I mean, very simple, nothing to worry. I mean, identifier is not something, strange. Okay. Identifier means name. Variable, which has a collection of data, that variable has a common name. That's it. Even though it has a collection of data, it has only one name, which means, it's very simple. Right? For example, I'm creating an array. Now, this is straight away Pascal I have taken. Marks is of Nikamba integer array kids. I'm not just saying it is an integer. Marks is of array type. I'm saying it's an array type. It's a collection. How many are there? 0 to 3. 0.3 means this collection has 0 to 3. Kids, tell me, from 0 to 3, how many numbers are there? Be careful. It's not 3 numbers. 0 to 3, including 0 and 3. Yeah? 4 numbers. No, why? Count කරන්න බෑ කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. So this is how I'm going to think. 0, 1, 2, 3. How many are there? Goodness. 4 fingers folded. I have 5 fingers. So obviously 4. Right? So in here 4. Can you all understand? There are 4 elements in this array. But all of those 4 elements are restricted. You can't store whatever you want. It is restricted to what type, kids? To what type, kids? 4 elements are restricted to what type? Integer type. You must store integers only. Can you understand this line of code, kids? Come on. Can you understand this line of code, kids? Superb. Superb. That is what we need. Awesome. That is what we need. So tell me, this 4, let's say, just imagine that this is going to be like 4 consecutive rooms. 4 consecutive rooms. Only you can store integers. 4 consecutive rooms. Only you can store integers. Right? But there is a common name given for those 4 rooms. What is the common name, kids? Come on. What is the common name, kids? Mark. Now everyone focus. Even if you could not understand this, you will understand it further by looking at this. When I say marks is an array of integers which is going to have their elements from 0 to 3, what will happen? This is what will happen. It will create marks array and it will have 4 rooms. Why? Because 0 to 3, no? 0, 1, 2, 3, these will be the rooms, right? When I say marks array 0, 1, 2, 3, these will be the rooms, kids. So I'm mentioning here again, annotating on top of this. That is in here. This will be 0. This will be 1. This will be 1. And then this is going to be 2. And this is going to be 3. Of what? Marks array. Marks array. Right? So we are going to have 4 positions to store in a marks array. Now usually in a variable, how many positions are there to store? Usually in a variable, how many positions are there? Only 1. If I'm going to say x is of integer, we are going to have only 1. Only 1 place to store. But here in this array, we have 4 places because I have defined 4 places. Likewise, you can even have 100. You can say 0 to 99 and you can have 100. Okay. The first place value, the first place index is what, kids? The first place index is what, kids? Come on, come on. It's there. It's there. The first index, starting index, starting index. This is the starting index. What is it? 0. So you can see here, this is the starting index, which is 0. And then tell me, what is the ending index? What is the stopping index? Stopping index, the kids. Come on. 3. So this is the stopping index. 3. Kids, nikang start, stop, what comes to your mind? Start, stop, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Yeah, we need to have step also. What is it? Loops, loops, right? Now then you must be thinking, wait. Now then you must be thinking, why are we having 90, 80, 65, 70, 80? Who said those? Who are these? 90, 80, 65, 70? Wait. Look at this. I am saying here a small code. I have mentioned here a small code. What is that? Marks array, 0th position, value VC equals to 90. So I am having this one. Marks array, 0th position, value VC equals to 90. So I am having this one. Marks array, first position, value VC equals to 80. So I am having this one. Right? As a result, I'm having this one. Right? Marks array, first position. Marks array, second position value is 2. Marks array, second position is this, and that is having value 65. Marks array, second position value is 65. Right? Second position value is 65. So 65 is in there. Marks array, third position value is 78. So now 78 is assigned to marks array, third position index. Can all of you understand this, kids? Can all of you understand this? Right. Now, if you cannot understand, very simply have a look at this. This is my marks array. Imagine like that. I have said that marks array can have starting from 0 to maximum 3. Starting from 0 to maximum 3. So this is the first element of my marks array. And this one is the 0th one because I have said to start from 0 here. And ending at 3. This is the last element of the array, which is having 3, element number 3. So this is element number 0. This is element number 1. This is element number 2. And this is element number 3. You can see array is a collection of data. Array is a collection of data. Right? Okay. So now when I'm going to point at the index of the array, you must mention the when I'm going to point at the element of the array, you must mention the number. Okay. Right. Come on. It's going to be a small game now. Okay. When I'm going to point at the element of the array, you have to mention the number, right? Okay. And matone value element number. Element number. What is the element number? 2, ne? Perfect. Come on. Superb. Come on. Right. Now you have to type. Let's see who can type faster. Now you have to type. If I need to assign a value for this, how should I call the array? That is marks 3. Ne? Marks array ke 3 position. Marks array ke 3 position is 78. As a result, I got this value. Right? Okay. Now you have to type the full thing. Marks 3 ke la, right? Okay. Marks 3 ke again, like in brackets, square brackets, within square brackets. Okay. Now we have to type the full thing. Okay. Come on. Marks 0. Marks 0. Hurry, type karan. Marks within square brackets 0. Perfect. Now again, retry. Some of you are wrong. Now again, what is this one? Marks 2. Marks within square brackets 2. Perfect. Right. Super. Right. Can you all understand now, kids? So when I say marks within square bracket 0 kilo, it is, and I'm saying equals 90 kilo, this is getting 90. When I say marks within square bracket 1 kilo, and when I'm saying it is equal to 80 kilo, this is getting 80. When I say marks within square brackets 2 and it is equals to 65 kilo, this is getting 65. Can all of you understand this, kids? Is it crystal clear, kids? Super. Now, if you want to annotate, can you quickly write down? I'll give you 1 minute for that. If you want to write down any notes, come on, quickly write down. I'll give you just 1 minute for that, kids. Right? Just 1 minute for that again. So I'm going to start off with the timer. Just 1 minute for that. If there's anything that you want to write down, you feel like writing down, come on, go ahead and write down. Yes, square brackets are essential when accessing elements of the array. Time's up. Okay. Going minus now. Right. Right. Okay. Now, sorry for the delay. Right. Now, let's proceed. This one, how to do using Pascal? What is the full code to do this in Pascal? Because we have only parts of codes in here now. We just wanted to understand the most important parts of the code, and you have understood it now. Let's see how to do this in Pascal, okay? Right. So are you all ready, kids? Come on. We are going to type this and show. We are going to type this and make it work in Pascal. What do you all say? Yeah? Super. Right. Let's do this. Going to Pascal code. Right. So now creating, let me decrease the brightness. Okay, this will be clear, yeah? Now it's clear, right, kids? The code is clear, yeah? Right, super. Now tell me, I'm going to remove the previous coding. Okay. Now tell me, kids, if I'm going to create the same marks array, I'm going to say, let's say marks in all simple is of, come on. I'm going to create a what type? I'm going to create a what type, kids? It's not just an integer, no? Not an integer, not just an integer. Array of integer. Super. Array 0 to 3 of integer. Right. Okay. Step by step. Right. Okay. Now look at this. Now some of them are asking halfway through different questions. Right. Some of them are asking why Pascal is there in our syllabus. It's a very old language. Yeah. Pascal is good for you to understand the basic constructs of programming, sequence selection and iteration. And Pascal is very close to pseudocode. So that's why Pascal is still there in the syllabus, right? Okay. So now here, look at this. Now if I want to assign a value for the first element of this array, what should I do? How can I access it? Marks what, kids? Marks what, kids? 0. Perfect. Kamindu, can you mention the link again in the chat screen? Some of the kids want the link again. Now let's say I'm going to, let's say, have 75 kila. Hari tut එකේ තියෙන වෙන value එකක් doesn't matter. මම දානවා first element is going to have 75. Okay. Right. Now if I want to, let's say, assign a value for the second element, what is it? Marks 1 according to how I have defined it. Ne? Let's say second element ඊළඟ student ගන්නවා 97 marks. Goodness. Okay. And then mark second one, I'm going to have, let's say 86. Likewise on the marks third one, marks array third element, not third element, actually fourth element, index 3. I'm going to have, let's say 45, bit of a weak student, right? Okay. Now I have assigned for all 4 positions, starting from 0 to 3, I have assigned values for that array. Can you all understand this code, kids? Come on. Can you all understand this code, kids? Tell me. This is just an assignment. Will there be any output in this code? Will there be any output in this code? Any output? Obviously no. Why? I have just assigned those values to the marks array. It's like, let's say I have created a variable called, let's say x is of integer, and I'm saying x is equal to 5. I'm not displaying it. I have no right ln here to display. If I have right ln only, I'll be having the output, no? Do I have any right ln here? No. Right? Okay. So now, in the beginning, var is the section, sammana bandara. Yeah, we are using var section to define the variables. Okay, define the variables. I hope you can understand, right? Okay. This was actually taught in the previous lesson, how to define variables and all. Since you're asking, I'm just answering some of your questions, right? Okay. So here, if I'm going to run it, I will run it and show you. I will run it and show you. See, it does not give me any output. It does not give me any output, right? Okay, right. When the well, yeah, that's a good question. While it is running, how can we enter the? We are going to do it. Wait. Now look at this. Yes, wait. All your questions will be answered. Don't worry. Now some of them are asking, "Ithing sir, if we are going to have 100 elements, apita mehema 100 ma type kara kara yanna one." No, wait. We are going to use a loop and we are going to make it super perfect. Wait for it, will you? Right. Now, kids, I want to display their values. What should I do? Right ln marks 0. Only a value we display now. And then again saying right ln marks 1. And then again saying right ln marks 2. And then again saying right ln marks 3. Likewise, no? Good that we don't have what? Good that we don't have. No, we can't use commas. Marks 0 you can only access that. Marks 1 only that. Now, good that we don't have what? 100 elements. If we have 100 elements, goodness, we'll be able to type it until 10:30. Right? Okay. So wait. Here, marks 0, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. Tell me what will be the output of this code. What is there in marks 0? 75 will be there in marks 0. What is there in marks 1? 97 will be there in marks 1. What is there in marks 2? 86 will be there in marks 2. What is there in marks 3? 45 will be there in marks 3. So therefore, in separate lines, write ln. In separate lines, we are going to have 75, 97, 86, and 45. Right? Let's see, kids. Run this and see. Let's see whether this one is saying truth or not. Yes, got the output, kids. Yes, got the output, kids. Right? Can all of you understand this very simple program, kids? Come on. Can all of you understand this very simple program, kids? Super. Right, perfect. Now we are going to make it more efficient. Now, if we are going to have like, let's say 0 to 100 as some of you have mentioned. On the question, now I'm very happy that, you know, the students are very practical in way of thinking. You are very practical in way of thinking. IT subject, right? They were asking, so now if we are going to have 100 elements, I think 100 marks enter right? If we are going to have 100 elements, my goodness, how are we supposed to type this exactly? Let's see how to do it. Let's see how to do it in a very simple manner. Okay. Now I'm about to make it more efficient. Are you all ready for this, kids? Come on. Are you all ready for this, kids? Come on. Are you all ready for this, dear kids? Superb. Let's see how to do this. Stay focused. Provide your entire attention. Okay. Is the focus mode on, everyone? The focus mode on, everyone? Superb. Right. Perfect. If you are having a mobile phones, maybe we are going through WhatsApp or whatever, you are going to lose a lot of content now. Okay. So please do not open any other application. Please do not interact with any other thing. Give your 100% attention to this. I'm going to automate this process step by step, and it's going to be very, very, very nice. All right, look at this. 0, 1, 2, 3, what comes to your mind? 0, 1, 2, 3, what comes to your mind? 0, 1, 2, 3, come on, what comes to your mind? Loop. Start, stop, and step. Right, tell me, what is the start then? 0. What is the stop then? 3. What is the step, kids? +1. Wow, superb. But to have start, stop, and step, this 0, 1, 2, 3 is what, kids? Changing. What do you call it? Changing. What do you call it? In programming, you call it changing thing. Changing thing. What is it? Varying. Variable. Perfect. Variable. Right? Now, some of your friends are also like that. No. Sometimes you say, now you are not like that. Now you have changed a lot. You are like a variable, you can say instead. When you learn ICT, without saying like that, you have changed a lot. You are changing time to time. No, you don't need to say like that. You can simply say what? You are like a variable. No, you can say like that. Okay. When you learn IT, you can say like that. You are like a variable. No, you change time to time. Goodness. Okay. Focus, kids. Here. Now, but the problem is if your friend doesn't know, IT, what will happen? Like a variable means? Then you will have to say what? Music. Right. Okay. So everyone focus. Right. So everyone focus. So here we have a variable here 0, 1, 2, 3. Right. Everyone focus. So tell me a good variable name for these kids. Good name to have a variable. Come on, tell me. Good name for a variable. Marks marks is already there. I want to access the indexes of marks. No? Marks are no. Better to say index. No. Better to say index. No. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let's say index. Right. Okay. You all are saying that, no? Fine. Okay. Index. Index. Then අපි ටිකක් දන්නවනේ අපේ second day එකනේ. දැන් අපි දන්නවා we know each other. So you talk with me goodly. In a perfect manner. Perfect, right? Okay. So here index. Now index is a what type of variable, Lani? Tell me. Index is a what type of variable, Lani? Tell me. Integer. Perfect. Niyama. Integer. 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 Me kids. Then where to start, kids? Where to start, kids? Index should start in where, kids? Come on, my dear kids. Superb. 0. So I'm saying index equals 0. Am I correct if I'm going to mention like this? The kids asking from you. Yeah. Why? Why no? Why no? Hey, why no? Can't we start from no, we can start. No, you don't need. Mithana begin no, you can mention here. Nothing to worry. No. Don't worry. Okay. You can mention index equals 0 here. Right? Okay. Now Ishwaran is having a small problem with the connection and he's going to leave the session. Okay. Bye, Ishwaran. Don't worry. Right? You'll be able to watch the video. Right? But it won't be like live, no? You won't be able to what? You won't be able to interact, no? Right. Okay. So here index equals 0. Index equals 0. Kids, what is the loop that I can use, kids? What is the loop that I'm going to use? The loop that we learned? What was it? While loop, ne? Right. Okay. So I'm going to say while. Stop at where, kids? Stop at where, kids? Index should be less than what, kids? Less than 3 the. Are you sure? Less than 4, right? Less than 4. Less than 4, do begin. Begin and end. Begin and end. I'm going to include this. Now focus everyone. Now within this, I don't need to say no 0, 1, 2, 3. Instead of this 0, 1, 2, 3, this 0, 1, 2, 3 is there in a variable now. What is that variable? Index variable. So instead of saying 0 here, I'm going to say index here. And then remove the others. Because in the first iteration and then have the step is index equals index plus 1. No, hurry. In the first iteration, I'm going to have index as what? Come on. First iteration, I'm going to have index as 0. Next iteration, I'm going to have index as 1. එතකොට යන්නේ marks එකේ 1 display කරන්න. Next iteration, it's going to be marks එකේ 2 display කරන්න. Next iteration, it's going to be marks එකේ 3 display කරන්න. Likewise. Okay, you can also use repeat until, no problem, Anuda. Okay, since we learned while loop very simply, we are using that. Okay, can all of you understand this, kids? You understand the we need to check whether the output is there or not now. So I'm going to check whether the output is there or not. Good as I touch the screen. Wait. Yeah, the code, right? Code, where are you? Ah, fine. The code is there, right? Okay. So now I'm going to run this and see, kids. Let's see. I'm going to run this. Superb! I got the output. Say yay in the chat screen. Come on, we should cheer when we have good moments. Superb, yeah. Oh yeah, celebrating time. Fine, look at this. Now everyone look at the loop and please write down if there is anything important. Come on, we did it, not me. We did it along with you. This is a highly interactive session. Don't forget that. Come on, anyone, those who want to write this down, come on, make it quick. Write it down, kids. Come on, write it down, kids. Yeah, I know what the next problem is. If we have 100 inputs, wait, will you? I'm going to automate this part also. I'm going to automate this part also. Wait. Tama ivara ne? Finish ne? Step by step. Then only you can understand, no, kids. Otherwise, you will be like, what just happened? What is he doing? Are we all right? Is he all right? Likewise. Fine. So come on, kids. Write this down. You can write this down. No worries. Quickly write down. Yeah, I'll give you 1 minute will be enough to make it. Yeah, right? Some of you must have wrote it. Definitely. Samara in your regular mama, when I'm going to like type this, they are going to write it. Some kids are like that. All the steps are here. Don't worry. Anything? Right. Thank you for the compliment, Prashadi. Yeah, sure, Devmi. Devmi is like, sir, please answer me. Okay, Devmi, what's your question? Come on, please mention in the chat screen. This side, I'm receiving lots of messages. You should understand that, right? Just imagine. Devmi, yeah. Are you unmuting and asking the question? No, right? You can type the question, right? Okay. Must you have a begin and end within the program like this one? Yeah, obviously in a Pascal code, you need to have a begin and end. Okay, thank you. Devmi, I'm still waiting for your question. Can be defined like this: marks 3 equals marks 2 plus 13. Yes, correct. Menura, you can define like that. What will happen is that, oh, we are going minus. What will happen is, Menura, the value in the marks array number, the marks array element number 2 will be added with number 13, and then it will be assigned to marks array number 3 according to your equation, right? Aftab. Fine. There are a lot of questions, it seems. Goodness. Okay. We'll have a small Q&A session after this. Don't worry. Fine. So here, this is it. So you can understand it, but still we have a problem. What is that? This part is automated, yeah. But look at this. I mean, have a look at this. Marks 0, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. Oh my goodness. What are we supposed to do in here? I mean, I have hard-coded values, 75, 97, 86, 45. Things can change in life. If I want to have user inputs, how should I change it? If I want to have user inputs, how should I change it? Wait, have a look at this. Wait, I just missed the question. Is it a must to have begin and end within the program other than the main begin and end of the program, programs like this one? Okay. Here without begin and end, you can still do it. Yeah, even without this begin and end, you can still do it. Then you should not have semicolon until the last statement. Let me, you got the answer. But it will be easy if you type it like this to show where exactly the loop begins and ends. It is very clear when you type like this. Okay, fine. It's not a must to have it. Fine, good question. And now let's go for this. If I want to take user inputs, 75 Nemiani, I want to take a user input for that. 97 Nemiani, I want to have a user input for that. So first of all, I'm going to change this into user inputs. Let's see how to do it. Pretty simple. Remove this section of the code, at least this part of the code. Not 75, not like this. Not 97, not like this. Not 87, not like this. I need to have user inputs. Wait for user inputs to run. So what I'm going to do is mention here, readln, readln mark 0. And then saying again, readln marks 1. Readln marks 2. Readln marks 3. See now. So readln marks 0, readln marks 1, readln marks 2, and then readln marks 3. Right. Now, it's okay. It's okay. Fine. Now look at this. Readln marks 0, readln marks 1, readln marks 2, readln marks 3. What do you mean by that, kids? What do you mean by that, kids? What am I doing here, kids? Readln marks 0 means what? I'm assigning, I'm going to get a user input. Get a user input for what, kids? Get a user input for? Very good. For which element? Element number 1. Element number 1 neither. Number 1. Okay, element 0, that is okay. That is okay. So mark 0, I'm getting a user input. So tell me, kids, do we know the value that is there in our element now? Do we know the value that is there in our element now? No. Then what will be the value? Then what will be the value? What will be the value, kids? User. Very good, kids. It will be based on what? User input. Then tell me, kids, in the next line of the code, I'm saying marks 1 kila. Do we know the value of this? No. Then we can get the value based on what, kids? We can get the value based on what, kids? User input. Perfect. Superb. So we have marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, user inputs, right, kids? Right. Now let's see, kids. Now let's see. Okay. Wait. Right. Now let's see. Let's run this. Look at this. It's just blinking. It's just blinking. Why is that, kids? To input the marks, right? To input the marks, right? Perfect. Now I'm going to input 98. Now tell me, kids, when I say 98, what will be there in our array? Now our array has 0 to 3 now. Let me have a small annotation here so that you all can understand. Right. I'm going to make it further understandable as we type. So here, this array we have 3 elements now, just to make it understandable for you. Sorry, we have 4 elements now. 4 elements, right? This one is a bit big, doesn't matter, right? So we have here, this is 0th one. This is first one. This is second one. This is third one. So everyone stay focused, right? Okay. Now look at this, kids. When I say read ln marks 0, that is my first code. Marks 0. Read ln marks 0. This is what I just executed. I entered value what for this read ln kids? Value what for this read ln kids? 98. Very good kids. 98. Superb. Hurry. Now 98 is getting assigned to this one. Superb. 98 is getting assigned to this one, kids. Nice. Okay. Now next one. Now next one. Let's say 75 kila. Okay. Now kids tell me 75 is getting assigned to which one according to our code? Very good kids. Awesome. 75 is getting assigned to this one. Perfect. Now, why? Because I have mentioned here read ln marks 1 kila second one. Our second read ln input. Our second input is going to be for marks 1 position. Right? Okay. Then. Again, it's blinking. This blinking is happening for the third read ln statement. Third read ln statement is going to get assigned for which element, kids? Come on, for which element, kids? 2 element, perfect. The second element, superb. Now I'm going to input, let's say 70 more. Let's say 85 kila dano, kids. 85 kila dano, kids. Tell me now what is going to happen? This 85 is getting assigned to this place, kids. Can you all understand, kids? Can you all understand, kids? Right. We have one more read ln statement, right? Okay. Now this read ln statement, the last read ln statement, kids, marks 3. Marks 3 means which element? Third element. Superb. Third element. Now third element I'm going to input, let's say 92 kila. 92 is going to get assigned for what, kids? The third element of this array. What is this array, kids? What is the name of this array, kids? What is the name of this array, kids? Come on, kids. Marks ne. Api me okkodam kiwe marks kila ne, kids. We said to all of these marks, right? So we have a collection of data. Collection of data identified using a common name. This is what you call an array, kids. Is this clear, kids? Come on. Is this clear, kids? Come on. Now when I'm going to hit enter, it's going to show me 98, 75, 85, 92 again. Why? Because I have the rest of the code to display the marks. I have the rest of the code to display the marks. Okay. Right. So before displaying marks, I'm going to have a small write ln statement. Let's say displaying marks, and then going to display the marks, so that what will happen before displaying the marks, it will displaying the marks, right? Okay, so let's write this down, kids. This is our second step, the second improvement for our code. We will be having further improvements. Tama ivara naha, okay? Tama ivara naha, kids. Tama mein 0, 1, 2, 3 problem is there. We are going to solve this in the next one. Yes, Hannah, you can ask your question. Hannah has a question. Hannah, you can ask your question. Yeah, go ahead. Please type it. Depends, Isiri. It depends. Array is not a database. No, Tissa is asking, array is not a database, Tissa. Why does it repeats? Why does it repeat? I don't understand. Okay, we have to repeat it because we have to assign values for each of these element, no, Hannah? So the element numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's why we had to repeat it and but change the element numbers. Repeat it but change the element number so that I can assign values for each of those elements. Too much of questions now. Wait. Yeah, you can start from any index, Nisalma. I'm going for the previous questions. Wait. Is this array creating RAM? Yes, yes. The array is created in the any variable is created in the RAM when running. Pascal like this in the exam. It depends on the examination. Depends on the examination, Aftab. Always welcome. Sorry. So let's proceed, dear kids. Uh, so we have, still we have a problem. No? Meban, marks 0, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. What is that? Mark 0, marks 1, marks 2, and marks 3. What is that? I mean, not nice, no. Still you can see what? 0, 1, 2, 3. What comes to your mind, kids? Come on, dear kids. 0, 1, 2, 3. What comes to your mind, kids? Come on, come on. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Loop, loop. Perfect. That is also index, no, kids. That is also index, no, kids. What do you all say? That is also index, no. But we'll use a separate variable for that. Index, right? So I'm going to say, let's say another integer here. Tell me a good name for this. Come on. Tell me a good name for this. X the element. X. Index. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a lot. I cannot choose. I have to go shopping to select this. Wait, that's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. Num. Num. I'm just mentioning num in here. Right. Okay. Num is enough. So tell me, if it is going to be num, if it is going to be num, where the num should start, kids? Come on. Where the num should start, kids? Come on. Num should start at num is equals to superb 0. Superb 0. And then while num is less than what, kids? Come on. Num is less than what, kids? Come on. Less than 4, superb. Less than 4, do, I can say begin, and then within begin and end, I already have the end. And then in here, I can mention num should be equals to num plus 1. Num should be equals to num plus 1. What is this? What is this, kids? Num is equal to 0 is start, and then this is stop, and this is step. Superb, step. And then in here, read ln marks what, kids? Come on. Read ln marks eke mokadda, kids? Is it 0 now? Marks eke what, kids? Marks eke num. Superb. Marks eke num. Superb. Near my kids. Superb. Marks eke num. Now this is going to happen iteratively, continuously take user inputs. First iteration we are going to input value for marks array ke which element, kids? Come on. Marks array ke which element, kids? Number 0. Perfect. Number 0. And then next iteration we are going to have it for number 1. Next iteration we are going to have it for number 2. Next iteration we are going to have it for number 3, and next iteration we are going to have it for number 4. Super. Wow. You all are very energetic. Don't you feel sleepy? 4 enamada. 4 enne nෑ 3 වලින් නවතිනවා. Goodness. කට්ටිය 4th කියනවා. Continuous ගිල 4th යනවා. 4 enne නෑනේ 3 enne maximally. Don't forget that. Right. Okay. So here I'm going to run this program and see whether it's happening or not. Stop it and then run it again. Rerun. Waiting for user input. Let's mention 89 and then 76 and then 45. Oh my goodness, 4. 4 for a student, he's going to definitely fail. 1 second of silence for that student. Enough. Let's proceed with the rest. 67. That's it. Displaying marks 89, 76, 467. It's the same thing, yeah. It's pretty simple, yeah. What did I do? Instead of just saying 0, 1, 2, 3, Kela, read marks 0, read marks 1, read marks 2, read marks 3, Kela. I just had a loop for that. Very simple. There is only 4 students in this situation. Yeah, exactly. There is only 4 students in this situation. Yeah. Right. Can all of you understand this, kids? Come on. Thank you, Himas. Yeah. Superb. Superb. Awesome. Right. Great. Here we go. Another message from that person. Whoa. Right. So, dear kids, can you please mention? Can you please write this down? Come on. Can you please write this down? Yeah. Can you please write this down? Sure. 1 minute for that. 1 minute for that. So, this is the next improvement that I did. Write this down, kids. 1 minute for that. Yeah, you can take a screenshot, but I think writing is much better. Yeah. Wrote it down. Superb. Okay. Some of them wrote it down. Yeah. I'm listening. Yeah. Crystal clear. Superb. What is this use of repeating the same thing we input? Okay. It's not repeating the same thing that we input. Each time of repetition, we are inputting it to a different element of the array. But the first iteration num is 0. So mark 0 first iteration we are going to input value. Then next iteration, we are going to input it for marks 1. Next iteration, we are going to input for marks 2 likewise. Okay. Right. Right. Those other questions I will answer after the session. Goodness. There are a lot of other questions coming on. Right. Okay. So everybody done, I guess. Can we copy and paste instead of typing everything? Yeah, why not? Yeah, definitely. As you wish. But make sure that you copy and paste it properly, okay? Just a second. Okay. I'll give you 1 more second and it's gone now. So all of you done with this, kids? May I proceed? I have already given you 1 minute and it's gone, yeah? Anyone still typing? Can you please mention in the chat screen? Anyone still typing? Please mention in the chat screen. Done, everyone? Super. Okay. Yeah, why not? In any stream, advanced level ICT is available. Yeah. I'll be uploading it to YouTube. Don't worry, I'm doing live streaming classes. Just Google my name, Theran Subhasinghe. Right? Okay. So for some of your questions, I just mentioned the answers without saying the question. Right. Yes. Someone is asking why is there a read-ln at the end to keep the user waiting before closing the screen, before closing the console. So that is actually optional. You don't need to write it at the exam. Right. So now let's go for the next one. What else can we do in here? I mean, we have taken user inputs also. We are displaying values also. This is superb, yeah. Let's have a look at the tude. What's going on in the tude? Just tell me. Now have we used this part and can you all understand this? Come on, this part in the tude. Superb. Please mention in the chat screen, okay? Then let's go for the next part of the tude. Loops with arrays displaying the array content using a loop. Can we display the array content using a loop, kids? Come on. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Right. Okay. Now there's a small game. Spot the difference. There is a small difference in this code. Can you spot it? Come on. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Not only the output. Not only the output. Not only the output. Not even that. Not why is missing. I'm just writing this part of the code. No. Not only that. What is that? No. Still no. Still no. Very good, Ginura. Perfect, Ginura. Superb, Ginura. Awesome. You could spot it. Awesome. Right, Miban. I less than length of marks. I less than length of marks. What is this? Whoa, what is that? It's like this. If I'm going to go back to my coding and if I'm going to type in here, rather than saying 4, if I'm going to say length of marks, what's going to happen, kids? What is the length of my array? Let's see whether it's working or not. Let's see this Tehran's code is correct or not. Otherwise, someone might say that code someone can say like that. No, I'm going to run this and show you it, and this is working. Come on, I'm not practicing these codes. Okay, it's not my learning time. It's my teaching time. Don't forget that. Right? So I'm typing the 3 marks. Let's say the first one is 67. Next one, may you rest in peace, 20. And the next one, 45. That's margin. And the next one is going to be 60. No. It's going to be 98. Goodness, outstanding achiever. It's working. Whoa. Now it's party time. Then, okay, before partying, you should ask like, why? What is happening in here? Length of marks array. Tell me, what is the length of marks array? 4. This is what we did. Instead of just mentioning here 4, kids, I mentioned length of my marks array. How many elements are there? 4 elements are there. How do you say that? 0 to 3, we have 4 elements. 0, 1, 2, 3, we have 4 elements. So length of that array is 4. So here, number 4 will appear, right, when you use length function, kids. Can you all understand this, kids? Come on. Can you all understand this, kids? Come on. Crystal clear, the kids. Superb. And then going back to Artiot. Right. And then loops with arrays. And yeah, so this is inputting the marks. Inputting the marks. So here, using a loop to assign values to an array from user inputs. We did this also. But there is a small difference in here. Can you spot the difference in here? Come on, spot the difference. Come on, spot the difference, game. Come on, spot the difference. There is another difference. There's a logical difference. What is that? Right marks, superb, perfect. Right marks, right ln marks is there. So that it will be prompting a good message to the user prior to take the user input. Right ln user input will be in the next line, no? Why? Right ln marks it's going to display marks equals. Next line it will be taking the user input. To fix that, what we should say, kids? Come on, you know the difference now. To fix that, what we should say, kids? We can say right. So what I'm going to do, look at this and improve my code further. This is the part that I'm taking user inputs, right? So before this read, I'm going to say write. I'm asking for marks. Marks equals. Just asking from user, marks equals. Right? Write marks equals. Right? Okay. Now I'm going to run this and see. It's going to be another party time now. Okay. Time for you to congratulate me. Marks equals, it's there, and now it's prompting. The read ln statement is here. The read statement is here now, prompting for user input. So let me type it. 67, it's going to be the same thing. 34, may you rest in peace, you have failed. And then 56, it's going to be a C pass. And then 78, it's almost an A. And then 90, that's an outstanding achievement. Right. We got it. Can you all understand? Yeah? Can you all understand? Yeah, kids? Goodness. Cool. I'm missing that person's messages now. I'm not receiving any, no? Your messages are too powerful than that one's messages now. I'm getting a lot of messages from you. Few from that person. Right. Okay. Let's proceed. So now, number of elements in the array. Why not definitely? Yeah, you know, I mean, we have to define it in here, the number of elements in here, right? Okay. So now let's go for this one, the tute. Anything else? Let's drive more with coding. Whoa, that's a nice car. See more in practicals. We have done it. We have done it. Okay. Now kids, this is how to use arrays. This is how to use arrays. Okay. With Pascal coding. I hope all of you can understand this, kids. Okay. Yeah, I know you might feel like, we did not spend like almost 2 hours. It's almost 2 hours now. Yeah. Right. How about having some more revision sessions? You want to have it, or should I stop from here? You want to have more? Yeah. Want to have more? Are you sure? Are you sure? You want me to do and attempt the past paper questions? What do you all say? Shall we attempt the past paper questions online? Yeah. Super. All right. As you wish. Let's do it. Until all levels. Until you get your A's. What do you all say? Until you get your A's, please mention until we get our A's. Until you get your A's. What do you all say? Please mention until we get our A's. Yeah? Superb. Superb, kids. Superb. Right. Awesome. Let me stop the recording.